James here. I hope you're doing well or doing fine out there. I'm doing good myself. Just staying out of about the rain here. And I'm one of the many millions of people who don't have cell phone service with AT&T. But I got the cheaper version because I got Cricket, which is on the same line as AT&T. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's going good for you. Haven't did one of these videos in a couple of days. I'm trying to cut back on the tablet here. Okay, here it is. This time I'm going to do a very interesting outlook on relationships with women. Not that I'm picking at women, but I'm going to show you how the mindset of today's some women, not all women, why they're not in relationships, why they haven't found the right one, and you're going to witness why, and why some are not getting married, and what they really want, and what they were willing to submit to, and what they say one thing, but they do another thing. And these content creators gonna show what I'm talking about. All right, then. I hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe.
I'm going to be eating a Chipotle burrito and testing it on my NutriSense glucose monitor.
White girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the reality for black women? I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but you know me, I'm gonna say it anyways. First and foremost, black women are above reproach. If it don't validate us or excuse our bad behavior, we don't want to hear it. Instead, we'll say, well, men do it too. Secondly, we'll find every excuse in the world to validate why we don't want to be married or why we don't want to be in a relationship. Well, they get cheated on. Well, they do this. Well, they do that. But then we have all these standards for men, and we're still actively seeking for men in the midst of our hurt while inadvertently telling them to go to therapy. We do not practice what we preach. Thirdly, the independent woman is a myth. Actually cared about being independent and it was something that made you happy, you would not have all these standards to negate your independence. Nobody wants to really.
It's time to stock up and save at Michael's. Fill your basket and fuel your creativity for less with
men, and the only time we actually want to be equal to men is when it comes to degenerate behavior, hypersexuality, abusing or abandoning children. Even when it comes to the gold digger conversation, what you don't see those other women do, even when they are just screwing men for money, is bashing men, inadvertently making men feel like they're not important. Also, too, telling them that they don't need men. Psychologically, we have been taught to disassociate ourselves. And even in that Malcolm X quote where he says the black woman is the most disrespected, he also says to be near your man, because who taught you to hate the very race that you're supposed to be with?
Now, that's Paris as usual, coming with that hot fire as usual once again, man. Listen, check it out. Paris is one of those that a lot of women call a pick-me, but this woman speaks the truth, and she says it so eloquently on a lot of these social issues, and especially when it comes down to marriage and being wed. And a lot of people didn't like the fact, because she did go viral. I forgot who reposted her or whatever, but they got mad at, I think she commented on somebody's post, and she went viral for this same exact video. But a lot of content creators tend to use this image right here and or images similar to this in reference to the outlook on competing with the man as opposed to collaborating with the man or edifying or bettering the man. And you see all these white women, a lot of people make fun of those who pursue educational degrees or liberal arts. But hey, a lot of times white women approach, and we're not talking about the feminist white women, because you see all of these have rings on their finger, and obviously a lot of the guys ain't tolerating that feminist stuff unless he's a certain type of dude himself. But they all got rings, and they're graduating with rings on their fingers because white women usually attend college to network and to find a husband, because they don't want to really be working like that. Nobody wants to be working hard. As much as black women say, I want to work hard and I want to do this and I want to show him and all this stuff like that. Nah, I don't know where this comes from. Why it has to be a personal challenge when it comes to marriage and men, but you'll have a baby by a man but don't want to be under the wing of a man being told what to do. It does go back to how you were raised and socialized. But let's get on to this other clip where this young lady's talking about some things as well. Let's go.
Here is the reason why majority of black women are behind in the dating game, behind in the marital game. They're not getting married and they cannot secure, or they have not been securing men who provide. And the main reason why is honestly speaking, it's first societal programming, and second, the way that we raise our children. Which is why I encourage every black woman that's watching this video, even if you made mistakes and you already have children, be the person that breaks the pattern in the family, especially in regards to the selection of men. Let's be honest. Women who are of other cultures, as white women, Middle Eastern women, Asian women, they are taught to target and date and pursue men who are providers. Someone or a man who has something to offer. Because in those cultures, when the father gives their daughter away to that man, they don't have the expectation in their mind that their daughter is going to have to struggle, work hard, work double shifts. They feel like, we're giving our precious flower away to you. Here she is. Make sure you take good care of her and make sure you're able to provide for her. But in the black community, we're taught different. We're taught to date someone just because you like them. Oh, he's not working. It's okay, girl. Girl, hold him down. Hold him down. He doesn't have much going on. Hold him down. Just work it out. Stick it out. We're kind of taught that struggle narrative, of hard work and hard labor, and we're taught, but why would you be doing hard labor if you have a man present that you are in a relationship with? That's the difference. And there was a point in time I was working in a luxury firm. The luxury firm was predominantly a Caucasian luxury firm. And, we would have girl talk, like all the associates, it was really chill vibes. We would all sit down in the lunchroom and just talk about girl stuff. Everyone's dating someone new, catch it up. And I noticed that the Caucasian women in there and the Middle Eastern women in there and even the Latin women in there, their first question when anyone in our group was dating a man, their first question was, okay, what does he do for a living? That was always the first question. It wasn't, do you like him? Do you love him? Does he treat you nicely? No, that was never the first question. And as I grew up and I matured, it totally dawned on me. And I'm like, no wonder they are so far economically with marriages and with relationships, because the first thing that they look at is financial security. Black women, on the other hand, that is not the first thing that they look at unless they're from African cultures. African women are totally different when it comes to American women as far as how they date. That man has to be, if they're going to check.
Listen up, y'all. They're living in our hotels, our schools, and getting free prepaid cards. So why is no one talking about?
Totally different when it comes to American women as far as how they date. That man has to be, if they're going to check bank statements before the marriage is even legalized, they're going to check bank statements. That's how it is in Africa. So props to African women. They have that on lock as far as black women. But it dawned on me, and I'm like, this is the problem. This is it right here. Why are African American women not vetting men properly? Why aren't they choosing men who are educated? Why are they not looking for men who have something to offer? Why are they looking for men that they have to work with or slave with? Majority of the African American women that I know that are highly educated, hyper educated, they take care of their husbands. Their husbands are house husbands. And I've seen that trend, and when I was a kid, I knew it wasn't right. When I was younger, I knew it didn't make sense. But now that I'm older, I'm like...
This young lady told nothing but the truth. I don't know her name, but I just happened to come across this clip. But what she said is absolutely true. The approach, the way the black woman in America is socialized is completely different than other women throughout the world. How they don't down their men. They don't say, I don't need a man. The black woman is the only woman who says this. I don't need a man other than white feminist women. She spoke on some other things in terms of the struggle and wanting to work with the man and be with the man. Not to say that you shouldn't like a man, right? But that's not what it's all about. But the thing is, I like him. And this is where the Pookie and Ray Ray situation comes in about liking him. Or if he is rich, he has to be hood rich. Or rich where he's not corny. Like he's flashy, like dope boy rich or musician rich. That's acceptable. But an average guy is just not looked at it in that way. When financial security and stability in a man should be the backbone for any relationship, but for some women it's just exciting to not have that and to be able to take care of a man. You saw what she said in terms of these wealthy women who are with men who are either house husbands or being taken care of, because with that amount of money that comes in, that she's making, comes an ego and a sense of independence, and her being able to submit to a certain type of man. And this is where everybody, regardless if you want your man at home being a house husband watching the kids, there's going to be a certain level of resentment on both sides. And that's just what I know. I don't know. We can say that in terms of the freedom of the black woman and the black man in America, it's only been 60 years, and it really hasn't been that long. So her not having a stable father in the household and not knowing what to look for as opposed to the media and what's considered exciting, and women just having a herd mentality overall is something that's definitely hard to overcome. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think, though. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys.
Interesting.
Wells Fargo
He's right.
has enabled small businesses
He's absolutely
to create
right.
or preserve more than 222,000 jobs, with roughly $420 million donated to support diverse small business owners.
With this
Wells
next
Fargo,
video.
the bank of doing.
Courts of women.
This transactional relationship that's real similar to, 304 behavior is, to me, the more I look into it, it's real, sick, and it's really leads to why young ladies stay single. Case in point, I want you to hear what this woman says about, when you should care for a man. Listen to this.
Your care level for a man depends on how much money he has given you. So you need to go into your Cash App, your Zelle, go into your purse, whatever, to see how much money he has given you. And depending on the amount, that's the level of care you give him. If he didn't give you anything, your care level should be what? 0. You see this penny? It's dirty. That's the care level you should have for a man that doesn't give you anything. Just like a dirty penny. Because if you care about a man so much, I will hope he's giving you whatever you need. Because if you are not getting anything, your care level is pointless to give. It's no point. If he's not paying your bills or anything, and you still have to do everything on your own, do you really care for real? Or is it just an illusion?
Do you hear a bunch of men making content like this to other men? Let me give you an equivalent to what a man would say if he was making a stupid video like this. It'd be like a man saying, hey, you gonna care for a woman? What is she actually giving you? Look at how many times she cooked for you this week. Did she cook all week long for you? If she cooked all week long for you, then you could do something for her. How much booty you got from her this week? If she gave you booty all week, then you could do for this woman. If she don't give you no booty all week, or she only give it to you once, or whatever, or she only cook once that week, then you don't do much of nothing but something just once that week. You don't see men making a stupid video like that. Cause that's dumb. That's real dumb. See, young ladies, this is why you stay single. It's because you're listening to that. And I noticed when she moved her hand, she didn't have a wedding ring on at all. watch these women who don't have no wedding rings, have no man, no nothing, but advising you. Listen, if their advice was so good, then they would have a husband. That's equivalent to taking financial advice from someone who's always broke. I want to know what I need to do with my money, and I'm going to ask somebody that the moment they get their money, they spend it. So I'm going to go and ask them for financial advice. That's what I'm going to go ask. You understand what I'm saying? Or would I go ask a financial expert? Would I call someone at Charles Schwab to ask about financial advice? You understand what I'm saying? Or I'm going to talk to somebody who always broke. No, I'm going to call Charles Schwab and say, hey, Charles Schwab, how you doing? I want to see, I got this much money, I'm thinking about investing. What is the prospectus of this particular investment? Or that's what you're going to do. You're going to talk to somebody that has expertise. Stop listening to women, young ladies. Stop listening to women that don't have no man. Because if you take their advice, you won't have no man either. His lady. In a relationship, it's about we both do for each other. We both do for each other. It's not one-sided. Okay, what if you don't have no money no more? Then what? Oh, so I guess you don't care for him no more? Because your care is only based on money? That's the last thing a man want to hear, is that your love and affection is attached to a dollar amount. Because what if he loses it? Then you're gone? That's one thing men don't want to hear, because that's a gold digger talking. And one thing men are highly hostile towards is gold diggers. So if a woman is even you be a woman talking like that, man, just get up and leave. Well, he got to do for me. You don't do for me. Oh really? Okay. Just check please. Look, huh? Yeah, I need to check, because they say, why are you leaving? I'm not dealing with any woman that's a gold digger or have gold digger mentality.
Right.
No, I'm not dealing with that.
Exactly.
Good luck with your life, ma'am.
Salute.
But I respect myself as a man. I respect my wallet, and whatever I do for somebody is gonna be genuine, and she's gonna do something genuine for me.
Exactly.
But in 2024, ladies,
right.
Once again, take advice from someone that their advice got them somewhere in life. They're married, they're in committed relationships. Listen more to those kind of people if you want something, not a bunch of single women that's in the position you're in.
Divesting gone wrong. When you can't escape your blackness. Danielle Luna.
My complete name is Peggy Anna Danielle Zazia Luna Freeman.
What sort of racial mixture do all those names come from?
It's like a melting pot of, say, different nationalities, different people, everything.
Danielle Luna didn't like being black. One thing I will give her is that she was honest. She wasn't a fake pro-black activist who marched with black people then ran back home to eat milk. She ate milk proudly and said she didn't care about civil rights. Born Peggy Ann Freeman in 1945, Danielle spent her childhood in Detroit, Michigan, and was named after her mother, Peggy Freeman. Once she became a teenager, she changed drastically and began referring to herself as Danielle instead of Peggy. My complete name is Peggy and Danielle Zazia Luna Freeman, she said in an interview. In 1963, at the height of the civil rights movement, the New York Times quoted Danielle stating she wasn't interested in discussing race-related issues. During a conversation about her acting career, a writer asked if she felt she was paving the way for other black actors, to which she responded, "If it brings about more jobs for Mexicans, Chinese, Indians, Negroes, groovy, it could be good, it could be bad. I couldn't care less." Dawn Yale's nonchalant attitude toward her impact on black culture, paired with the fact that she often wore her signature blue contacts and spoke in a fake, foreign accent, separated her from other black creatives of her time who spoke out on civil rights issues. One of Dawn Yale's white friends once described an interaction he had with her. Take a listen. "Jimmy's three little words, so she says, got a little toehold in the back of my mind. Was Dawn Yale a Negro? One day we were sitting on a bed in a friend's house. Dawn Yale was knitting, smiling her perpetual smile. I felt I had a right to know. Are you Negro?" The knee fact behind the smile was an almost imperceptible tightening. It was the only time I ever felt tension between us. "I'm Polynesian," she said. "It doesn't matter to me if you are Negro," I said. Was that true? Yes, what prejudice I held was all unconscious. It would make her slightly less exotic to me, but she'd still be the most exotic woman I'd ever met. "I'm Polynesian," she repeated. About a month after I stopped seeing her, I saw her with 3 Negro men at the Little Theater at Wayne State. What got into me? I greeted her and said, "You said you're not Negro, but I see you hanging out with Negroes. Are you sure?" Graceful as always, she replied, "I seem to get along with them. I like them and they like me." Last year her sister told me Dawn Yale was heartbroken over a white boyfriend who accused her of being black. She cried and cried, she said. That's probably why she kept claiming to be Polynesian. Let's get to her dating history. Now her swirling history is not concrete because Dawn Yale loved to lie and make up fantasies about her life. In the mid-1960s, Dawn Yale Luna was briefly married to an anonymous German actor. Later, she was reportedly engaged to Maximilian Schell and had relationships with an unnamed Danish photographer and George Willing, a German actor. Luna had a pattern of avoiding long-term commitments with her suitors. In 1968, she was purportedly dating Australian pop artist Martin Sharp. Around 1969, Luna was romantically involved with German actor Klaus Kinski, but the relationship ended due to concerns about their candy use. One of her closest friends during this time was David Crowland, an artist who freely admits that heavy candy use was part of their friendship and lifestyles. In the Luna documentary, Crowland says that he and Luna would regularly use. Other people in the documentary also talk about Luna's use, which they believe was part of her need to mentally escape from her problems and try to avoid her insecurities. Basically, she hated being black. She later moved to Italy and continued her acting career. The consensus is that Luna found greater acceptance in Europe than she did in the United States. However, that doesn't mean that she never stopped experiencing racism. The documentary includes a heartbreaking account of racist decisions made by Diana Vreeland, American Vogue's editor-in-chief from 1963 to 1971, that blocked Luna from getting major career opportunities. The Dawn Yale Luna supermodel filmmakers brought to light an exchange between Vogue editor-in-chief Vreeland and famed fashion and portrait photographer Richard Avedon, who is referred to as D in the film. At the time, Vogue had hired Avedon to photograph what was one of the most expensive fashion shoots. It was to take place in Japan, and Avedon wanted Luna in it. The night before the team of tastemakers were departing, Avedon writes that he received the call he had been dreading but knew would come. Vreeland wanted him to nix Luna, saying she wasn't anyone's idea of what they wanted to look like. Avedon countered by saying that Luna was extraordinary. Vreeland responded by saying so was King Kong. In 1969, she met Luigi Cazzaniga, whom she eventually married in 1976. Luigi Cazzaniga, who was a photographer, and Luna made their lives in Italy. He describes Luna as someone who loved being a mother, but she was feeling increasingly unhappy with living in a remote area where she had little or no contact with her friends she used to know as a model. Luigi's family members, whom Dream describes as conservative and religious Catholics, rejected Luna and wouldn't allow her inside their homes. They didn't want a black woman living in their home. Luigi had to frequently travel because of his photographer job, so Luna was often left home alone with Dream. How did Dream come about? Luna and Luigi. For the first 2 months of their relationship, they could not speak to each other as Casanita only knew how to speak Italian. He noted he liked her for her love of creativity and for everything that wasn't square. They eventually married in California in 1976, and in 1977 they had a daughter, Dream Casaniga. Dream's name was inspired by Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous "I Have a Dream" speech. The irony. The couple eventually separated and, while still legally married, were estranged. During this time, Luna also had a rumored relationship with Dominican actor Juan Fernandez, but that did not last very long as Luna soon unalived herself via an open. She tried so hard to divest, but no one was buying it. Being on the cover of Ebony magazine wasn't good enough because she didn't like being reminded of who she really was. Notice how none of the divestors of the past like being black, but they are celebrated as being black excellence. Divesting gone all the way wrong.
I don't have a job right now, but I'm not really struggling, and it's all thanks to this.
You know, and that comes with, I have to take care of the bills. I have to make sure that he's good. I have to make sure if he has kids, I have to make sure that I can provide for his kids as if he's still outside. And most men, they date women and they damage them and do all this bullshit out, you know, while they're out. And when they go in, they don't have nobody. You don't have no one because while you was out here in the streets, you was doing her dirty. So why would she want to hold you down when you was doing her dirty? Like, for what? Doing me dirty again? And on top of that, some of them, they go inside and they continue to do the same bullshit that they was doing while they were out. But the only person that's standing on your curtain is your girl that was laying next to you this whole time.
Here's why hood dudes get a lot of women. Hood dudes get a lot of women because they're rebellious and they don't try to impress women. If you know anything about guys who fit that stereotype, they do whatever they want to do, when they want to do. They don't care about anybody's feelings. That's very attractive to women. Those men are selfish. Those men do what's best for them. Because those men are hard to keep up with, they're very, very fun. A woman is not going to get a lot of certainty with a hood dude. He might be in jail today, out of jail tomorrow. Those things are attractive to women. Don't go to jail and do that. Be a good citizen of society and have those things among yourself, and women will also like you too.
Women are attracted to masculinity, right?
Yeah.
So when a woman is like super masculine, usually she has to either find someone that's even more masculine than her.
Yeah.
So like a hyper masculine person, or find someone that's less masculine. So like that's one element. The second element is a lot of black women, if I'm gonna be honest, are the same way it exists about men too, but like a lot of black women are insecure. Like they're able to see their life in a better light if they're better than their partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's not just the niggas got money that's like.
Well, that's why we said hypergamy is from the bottom and the top. The bottom scammers, the drug dealers, the hustlers, whatever, regular dudes, but they're hood. And then the top, you know, rappers. And that's what I'm saying.
Why are women drawn to the persona of a bad boy? It's the lack of exposure, trauma, or culture disguised as preference. Good guy doesn't mean boring, smart, or morally good, and hood don't mean dumb and uncultured. Just because a person is a thug doesn't mean he can protect you, doesn't mean he can fight, doesn't mean he ain't scary, does not mean he gonna pull up. Understand that you're dealing with persona, and you will remain single until you deal with your unhealthy desire for something that's not a reality. Ladies, we have to start having an interest in who's going to be a phenomenal father, not a phenomenal fighter. Stop trying to change a man and stop trying to nurture him to make him something that he is not. Because for those of you who want a persona, you may have missed the love of your life 5 times over.
The closer you fit to that stereotype, you like some girls will be they'll just be down, especially black chicks. I was about to say, like that shit. Bro. I think that mostly attracts black chicks. I don't know what it is, but they like that. They don't like when a dude has it together. I don't want to. Yeah, bro, and I don't want to say that because it sounds like I'm trying to bash. I'm not bashing black women, but it just is what it is.
Correction. They only like when a non-black guy has it together.
That's been my experience. I attract the most Latinas and white girls. That's what I attract.
Yeah, same. I think because I have that professional, clean-cut R&B type of look, that's why I also mostly attract Hispanic and white women. And you guys be in the comments like, do you not like black women? I'm like, black women don't like me.
Looking at them in the way they talk, you know what I'm saying, and what they were saying. Yeah, you going to a black club and you want the fattest one in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't qualify for that. Your game ain't good. Yeah, care less how you look, care less where your status at. I can hear it in your voice. Your game ain't good. Come to my school, come to Salish University. I can get your shit together.
The men that imprint women understood the devil and outplayed the devil. This is why women love thugs. This is why women will protect a felon. Listen to me. Why? You ain't gotta get mad at me. Look at what they do. Don't get mad at me for telling you. Look at what women do. Look at who they like. Look at who they find attractive. Dysfunctional men, a lot of the time. They could have a hard-working man, but say, you know, he's hard-working and he treats me well, but there's just something missing. Cause she's the devil, bro. That's why. Because she's the devil. Oh, shit. Even women are like, damn, we are devils. Hold on. I didn't know. This makes sense now. I don't have to go to that therapist anymore. I am the devil.
The number one way to play the AI superboom is by investing in some...
And this is what's going to lead to some women here in America.
What world are you guys living in? Like, it's not realistic. We need men to survive.
Prison until you sent me at least $2,500. First of all, I look away. Second of all, I'm intelligent.
I'm a lawyer. I pay my own bills. I have my own place. How do I benefit from being in a relationship with this person? If you're coming into my life and it's not to elevate me, you're gonna have to get off the elevator.
Completely abandoned the relationship.
This is gonna happen more often than not.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe, also smash that notification bell just to be sure you get all my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
So there's these videos going around of people being like, 10 years in a world without men, 100 years, 1,000 years, 10,000 years. And the comments are literally like, I want this. I could walk down the street at night with my headphones in and I'll be safe. Like, no rules, no aggression, like, no scaremongering, no fear. What the? I'm sorry, but what world are you guys living in? Not all men are like this. And also some women are like aggressive and violent. Like, I'm just baffled at the fact that people feel like that's an okay thing to say. Like, it's not realistic. We need men to survive.
Yeah, she's right. I mean, she knows something a lot of women don't know, right? So I was wondering, I do that sometimes, like, I'm listening to what she's saying. Something told me, look further into her, look at her TikTok. So I did, and this is what I found.
This bobblehead is just ridiculous. And did you notice who it is? That's right, none other than...
It says, wondering what the world is going to look like in 10 years when my children are older, if we don't stop allowing the government to dictate all this nonsense. Right, there's wars going on, and there's things happening, and everyone's blinded with prettiness, glitter, sunshine, lots of glitter, and she sees right through it. She knows about to go down. So I look even further, and that's what I see as well.
I don't even get disappointed in things anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, again? Okay. Okay.
This woman is clearly woke, and she's more on the conservative side, right? Figures. She gets it. She understands. She knows she needs men because she know winter is coming.
Sent me in prison until you sent me at least $2,500. Like that was like the hurdle. Like if you thought like you gotta pay out your way. You gotta pay out your way.
Here it says man claims he would charge woman $2,500 minimum just to visit him in prison. I was providing things they were not getting out in the world. And then this man had a nerve to say you have to pay how you weigh. Now, when he said that, I'm thinking in my head, this guy has to be getting with women that are like 500 pounds, 300 pounds. This ain't no way. I mean, it possibly can happen. I can't say it won't happen. That a woman that's of higher value, right? Bad, everything, feminine, delicate, is gonna be there paying you $2,500 to come visit you in prison. What are you giving? You're not giving anything. Let me let him finish though, because he's not done.
$2,500 until $2,500
visit a nigga in prison.
Yes, because this is the thing. This is what you're paying for.
I thought I heard it all.
No, I get. Oh, you want me? I
Baby, we got time.
Yeah, we got time to fuck this. So first and foremost, it was $2,500 just for them to even be able to see me in person. That's gonna cost you. I know for
because you want to see you in Usher.
Because I knew for a fact that I was providing things that they were not getting. See, what you have to understand about the world and why I was able to navigate it like that.
That wasn't getting talked to. That's what you're providing. You get a woman 500 pounds up there, a woman that's up there like, I can't. I'm so happy to see you, baby. I got that 2,500. I had to get some money for my mother. I had to stop eating cookies because I'm hungry for a week. I had to sell all my stuff. Yeah, I sold 2 cars I had laying around. I didn't drive in for a month. That's what's going down.
First of all, I look away. Second of all, I'm intelligent. Third, my conversation delusional. World spending, right? And on top of that, I can give you something that they're not going to give you out in the world. I can really give you time and attention. So first of all, you gotta pay me to listen to your problem.
Paying for the experience.
You have to pay me to stop, bro. I get a lot of women that always ask me about jail talk, right?
Yeah.
They're like, is he jail talking me and blah 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 blah. This is really my real friend in real life, like in real time, and he will tell you about the thousands of dollars I was funneling to him through women from in prison. And I always tell him, like, mind you, I had a whole song and dance. First of all, you couldn't even come visit me.
Yeah, but you know what though? This is possible. Why is it possible? Woman got that guy.
Trying to get my computer to stop. But yeah, let me say this. This is the reason why some men are single, because the mindset of some women here, and that, you know, it really is. It's just that it's like you hear stories like that. It's like, even if you're a good-hearted man, why would you want to deal with some women that got that kind of mindset? They say one thing, but this is what they really want. They really want some guy that has a bad boy tendency, and it's flattery with the talk. Why would you want to deal with something like that? And I don't understand with some women why they get upset when men that they would normally be attracted to, when there's a whole range of men who will be lame squares, ain't making over $100,000 by American standards, because they figure they got the three major things that you should just feel entitled to be in their presence.
Shout out to you.
Their booty, their beauty, and and their butt, and that's the truth. And really, it comes back on men, some men that simp to that. And I would just say, like dude would say, stack up your cash, get your mental health, get physically healthy, get mentally healthy, and stack your cash up. Because if that's the kind of women that that in America, then what is it else to do? And it's sad that there's women like that, particularly, and this could go from all walks of life, black men, white men, but particularly, that's something when you're a black man, you feel like you're never good enough. You're more rejected among some women here because you don't speak a certain way, you don't have a certain style, but you're able to take care of yourself. And I just don't understand that. I really don't get why that they have that kind of mindset. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And just be careful who you out there, who you date, who you get with. And really, if you're a good-hearted man, let God give you the wisdom to give you a woman that won't burn you, that won't try to manipulate you, don't try to craft you or you have to feed into her ego. Don't let no woman do that to you guys. And I had to learn for myself. What I'm telling you, I had to learn this too. Sometimes some men I hear some men saying just go for your passion. Exercise if that's your passion.
Stephanie. And these are my two adorable and handsome sons. And is my ex-husband, attorney Dennis Sperling.
Sorry about that. But these women are something else. These women are something else, man. They don't. Some women don't appreciate a good man. And if she want to deal with a knuckleheaded man like that, that's going to bring drama and bring chaos and don't have sense enough to figure out what a good man is, then hey, let her have that kind of man. If she think that's what it takes. Because it don't faze me no more. It's like you can't really go around chasing everything in a skirt no more. And you have to be wise on what type of women you meet out there. And so, if you're able to travel, men travel. Black men, save your money and travel. Because it's so, and you just happen to meet another woman in a different part of the world that will love you and like you. You don't have these high standards, and do it, bro. Do it. Just like any other men. Do it. And let them figure out. And then they'll come to their senses, and half of us be gone. And the ones that these guys have been locked up 2 or 3 times, they got 4 or 5 kids, let them go back and go marry something like that. Don't you pick up something like that. Because she's not going to be repetitive. Some say that they're sorry, they regret it, but sooner or later along, some say, this is too boring, And soon that same guy lay out the lines and kind of make her laugh, and she got some type of alcohol or little habit, oh, it's on. It's game over. So, hey, let her go, bro. Let her go. You're a good-hearted man. She won't chase behind some man that other women are chasing behind. He's not committed. He's not gonna marry none of them. But he's using them for one thing and keep it moving. And really talk with these women to see what their mindset is before you lay down with them. That's the best thing to do. Is to really, if they start talking like that, I have literally glad that there was some women I'm glad I didn't get intimate with in my past, because their mindset and some of these women is that, and so they really thinking that some good guy, every guy's just gonna go for their body, but there's some guys that can restrain themselves. Yeah, we might have lustful of the eyes, but when you really hear her, learn to hear some of these women, you're like, man, she's really messed up. It would be the same thing if a woman would hear, man, if they sit back and just like they listen to us and see what's going through our head, or our actions, and we start talking crazy, and if a man would start bragging about what he would do this to this woman, he got all these women over here, a sensible woman probably would say, I don't want to deal with something like that, and back off. Not be intriguing, because she can be putting her, and she get intimate with them, she can be putting her health at risk. Same way it could go for us as men. And mental anguish and drama and finances and your heart can be at stake. So my thing is, be careful who you get with. I learned this from my past. And I tell you, it's really, I was thinking about my buddy yesterday that he married the wrong type of woman, one of my buddies, and I probably mentioned years ago that he married a woman with children. This particular woman accused him, and it was the evidence that he didn't put his hands on her child, and ended up losing 12 years of his life in prison. Now that he's out of prison, he's mentally gone. His family, friends that my family told me, he's not the same person no more. He was just mentally destroyed. So this confirmed to me, men, listen to what I'm saying? Just like they will advise a woman, watch what type of woman you get with. Because if she get with some hood dude and you hey, let her have the hood dude. And even if you go overseas, make sure, depends on where you go, make sure, like you do in America, make sure you got the woman that's go for your heart. Same principle when you go overseas, like you do here. And if you're a good-hearted man, God will bring you that woman. He won't bring you no mess. But when you out here courting and dating, don't give every woman your heart and your money until she proves and shows you she's worthy of it. That's the truth. Because they like some men trying to use women for their body, you have women that's trying to use men for their money and other things. And they got you and they playing you and they sucker and got some other sucker. And they think that's how they go. They think there's women still thinking like they can still do that. And in some cases, there's some probably that are. But you see how the well is drying up real quick. Because ever since this thing with social media, with passport bros, that shut that stuff down. And they don't like it. Because they want all the attention to themselves. And they want to play and be manipulative. And they don't like to compete. These American women don't want to compete. That's what it is. It's not just black women, but other women too. I know is that white women and other women from America and Western And then when the men start talking about women in other places, and the ones that can make up their finances and start jetting out and marrying these other women, that tells a lot about some of the women here. It's their mindset. And then they get jealous and start saying, you're going to go with them third world women. I guess so. Because you're not mature enough, and I'm not too much, and my bank is not counting up or anything else. Why would I? You don't know how to love. You don't have no femininity. You're trying to be opposite of what our nature is as men. You're trying to manipulate and do the same thing as a woman. So where else would some of the men go? That's why they're going. You know? Now, are there some men that try to be players that go over there? Yeah. And they find out the hard way too. But the men that are legitimate, that's what the women over, they get the prize out of that. So these women over here, they want their Pookies, their Ray Rays, and their bad boys, and that don't give a crap about them. Let them have it. Let them have it. Don't get stressed out and get gray hairs, sort of like mine's in your head. So this would be my advice. Save your money, like the brother said. Get your health up, get your mind right, and travel. Get your passport. If you don't find somebody here, and if you come across a certain amount of women that want to talk stupid, that'll probably be your next option. It's gonna come down to that, because you don't want to be some of these men that get so weird and go get some mechanical robot or something. Forget this woman. I'll create a woman. Let me go get that T-24 and get a doll sitting up, like I saw in one of my videos. It's coming down to that. So for men that want to keep our sound mind, and still, there's other women on the planet. You don't have to go to that extreme. You don't have to go get a robotic AI woman like, yes, I can do anything for you, dear. No, you don't. You don't want to do that. That'd be kind of creepy. Yeah, I'm about to go handle my T-25 tonight, boy. Ooh, because you get that urge and whatever. No, that's gonna kind of creepy. So, and the women. So don't get to that point. There's other women on the planet, guys. All right, then. So, yeah, because if you see on one of a couple of my other videos, there were men that literally socially awkward. They were literally having a fantasy of a prototype woman. Like a damn near robot, and having intimacy with the robot of a mechanical woman that is like a real woman. So if they can't travel overseas, that's the next thing they're gonna do. So you don't want to be like those men. Times ain't got that bad yet. But if a woman here don't want to be cooperative, whatever, high standard, man, just wait and wait out, or get your money up and do like the fellas say, travel. Let these women figure out. Let them keep complaining and bickering and whining and complaining about be weak enough to go to another woman. We probably never thought about being with a woman, because that's what some women do. They get that girlfriend thing going on. Yeah, that'd be next thing. I don't want to deal with men no more. Okay, now you pick up the women with the who said now that'd be attracted to women that already like that. Think about it. So, but don't give up hope, man. That's what I would say. There's other good women out there that will give you the moon and the stars, and God will bring her your way. Alright then. I hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe till next time, and shout out to all the content creators for the excellent work covering this topic, and see you on the next video. Be blessed.